Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at my Death Guard army. So this Death Guard army is one of my prized possessions. I've put so much time and effort into a lot of the paint jobs for this army, and I have played with this army the most during 8th edition. Not too successful with it, but I have won my fair share of games with it. So I'll start off by having a look at the units, which I have here. So I've got Malignant Playcaster, Demon Prince, Lord of Contagion, Chaos Lord with a Plague Knife and a Power Fist, Cultists, a unit of melee Plague Marines, Chaos Lord, some Poxwalkers, Noxious Blightbringer or whatever, Blightcaller or something, 2 Bloat Drones, Defiler, a Predator, a Rhino, a Hellbrute, Possessed, more Poxwalkers, and another squad of Plague Marines. So let's take a closer look at what all of these are. So here we have Pestilence, the Plague Caster. This is one of my favourite models that I've ever painted. I decided to name it Pestilence because Pestilence was the horseman that brings all the plague, and Plague Caster kills a lot of things with the plague. Kind of like the I like the whole focus, the whole flies within the cloud thing coming out of this little stick. I think that was a really nice piece of work there by Games Workshop. Staff, I loved painting that staff. I've done a base coat of Vermin Brown, so no paint, Vermin Brown. Then did a dry brush of White Scar. Then a dry brush of Bleached Bone, and then a highlight of White Scar with a highlight of a very small fine highlight of Bleached Bone on top of the White Scar, and it turned out pretty nicely, I'd say. The guts, I like painting the guts on the Plague Marines or anything Nurgle. I do like painting this model a lot. The backpacks I still need to get a definite colour for, but that's Pestilence, my Plague Caster. Here we have, once again, the Demon Prince Tichondrius, with his dual talons and his jetpack. I've done a sort of Yoo-hoo glue effect, which I dabbed on a toothpick, and it sort of did a good job, or sort of didn't do a good job. I'm trying to see if the camera can focus me because it's not on the light. Yeah, there we go. So it sort of gave like a stringy effect on his face and on his claws, which I felt quite worked since he has dual talons. I did try and do it on his backpack, but I took it off because it didn't look very nice. So he could have like plague juice coming out of his backpack or something, I don't know. A lot of ideas. I did put a little bit of base work on there. A little bit of extra Games Workshop texture base with some stones and a las gun, or las rifle, same thing. Here we have Snarlfang, my Chaos Lord of Nurgle. Snarlfang was a kitbash Chaos Lord of Nurgle. Not a good one by any means. Bolt pistol, power axe. I did put this banner, which is meant to go, or this icon of Nurgle, which is meant to go on a Chaos banner on his backpack, because I thought, why not? It'd look cool, and then he's got a Plague Marine shoulder along with a normal shoulder pad there. Turned out okay. Not the best conversion, but it still does its job as a Chaos Lord of Nurgle, I'd say. Then over here we have, oh, I forget what I called this one. I forget what I called him. Can't think of the name at the moment. Nah, it slipped out my head. So, this is my Lord of Contagion. Festergut, that was it. Festergut, the Lord of Contagion. I've normally just given the standard Mana Reaper. I enjoy painting the insides on this one very much. There we go. Got a nice little skull down there. The Nurglings, I hate painting the Nurglings. I've just done the Nurgling green and paint some eyes onto them. Cape needs a bit of tidying up. because this was the first Death Guard model I painted. The smoke, I liked painting the smoke. I think the smoke is a very nice addition to some of the Death Guard models, which is always fun to have extra stuff to paint. Here we have my other Chaos Lord. Don't have a name for this one, but Pyrrhfist Plague Knife. I think I might convert that arm to be a bolt gun or a plasma gun. I'm not too sure yet. No idea what this is, so I just painted it Nurgling green and black. It's got a nice little head there. Lovely. Some tentacles as well, as always. Right, let's start looking at some of the troops which I have. So over here are the Chaos Cultists. I did cover them in my Black Legion army showcase, so I'm not going to dive too deep into them. Over here we have my very first unit of Plague Marines, which I finished painting. Champion was a hell of a pain to paint, because the undercoat of Chaos Black didn't stick or didn't cover the whole model, so I had to go in there with the Abdon Black, rebase coat him, and then paint them up from there. But apart from that, got some really nice detail on his face there. So on the horns, plasma pistol looks very nice as always. I like painting plasma weaponry. Got one with a flail here. I did find a problem halfway down the line, after a couple of weeks after finishing all my Death Guard, that I let the wash drag down to the bottom, which is quite a bummer because that means I'm going to have to go and repaint them all and redo the backpack. So I think that backpack I really do like. Sort of corroded backpack. It's very nice. Flail. Gotta love having flails. Damage carrying over onto other units as well. Great Plague Cleaver. I kind of do like the sort of plagueness of my Plague Cleaver, or a lot of my Plague weapons do have. What I've done for that was a base coat of black, base coat of Dwarf Bronze, very old paint, then done a base coat of Nurgling Green, dry brush of Dwarf Bronze, and then highlight up with, I want to say, Caliban Green. It's a dark green, it's not Dark Angel's green, it's a darker green, which isn't Dark Angel's green. So I'm struggling to find a name for it. I'm not going to sit too much on these, on all the Plague Marines, but here's another one with the smoke effect. I did try to replicate that smoke effect very well. Didn't succeed that much. I wouldn't say I succeeded that much, but I wouldn't say I failed either. So, that's that one. Over here we have my ranged Plague Marine squad. This is probably my best painted model in my entire armies. This is my competition or my entry into a painting competition, which is coming up next month at my next Wargame show in Edinburgh. Enter this Plague Marine champion into the competition. I think I do have some chance with this. As you can see, the backpack's painted very well. I like the backpack. Very nice. Bolt gun was done very well, I'd say. I don't mean to sound fool myself, it probably looks bad compared to other people's, but I'd say it's probably one of my best paint jobs. As you can see, the way I got the horn colour was bleached bone, and then I just kept on washing and getting darker as I got to the top with Agrak Surfshade. So let's play champion. And over here we've got one plasma gun marine. Not the best paint job, but still works for tabletop quality. The possessed I went over in my Black Legion showcase. Start looking at some Poxwalkers. So here's a Tau Poxwalker that my friend Callum modelled up for me because I killed a Breacher squad with 4 Poxwalkers, so he decided to give me a Breacher. It's a Poxwalker. The paint job's exceptional. I love it. I always have that Poxwalker leading the charge with my Slipknot based Sid Wilson Poxwalker. See, red boiler suit and the black mask. Overall, not a bad model to be painting. Got this one here. Overall, I'd say it's a very nice paint job. The Games Workshop really did a good job on all the Poxwalkers, I'd say. The bios are a lot of fun to paint. Just slap a bit of Nurgling green on that, or dark green, highlight it up, or Nurgling green and then highlight up with Scorpion green. That's what I'd do. This one you can really see the job, the work I've done on the chest bios. Very nice, very nice. Then we've got one that looks like this, which I did a heavy wash on, which the camera's struggling to pick up, I think, but very, very thick wash of Agrak Surfshade. Don't know why, but it just makes the Poxwalkers look very nice. If they're highlighted up really well, or brushed really well for the wash. Now this one here, the tent goes into the tentacle recesses very well. Well, not too bad. And then we've got the Blight Collar. Really need to redo that tabard. I let the wash drag a little too much here, which I don't like. Putricide the Blight Collar, I think that was what I called him. Yeah, Putricide the Blight Collar. As you can see up here, the bell, I was planning on doing more with that bell. I wasn't planning on doing it a bit better as well, but time caught up to me. Still not too much, not too shabby, just need to tone down the recessed shade on that. This is my Hellbrute, which I covered in the Black Legion army, which I used for my Dark Death Guard as well. Footed Bloat Drone, very nice model. I love my bloat drones. I love advancing them, racing them up the battlefield with their dual plague spitters. Automatic hitting, mortal wounds, re-rolling wounds. It's just pure awesome. I did wash this heavily and did some dry brushes of Dwarf Bronze along the black to make it look a bit dirtier, aged a bit more. And this one as well. One of the plague spitters fell off this one, sadly. But still, the paint job holds up. Over here, this is where things get interesting. I did try a different sort of painting technique. Same base colours, black and the green, because that's the warband I'm doing for my Death Guard. Just I dry brushed the entirety of this chassis turret with Dwarf Bronze, just to try and give it a more dirtier, aged effect. And the filer, as you can see, not really a good paint job on those two vehicles, if I may say myself. Over here, one of my favourite models of my army is my Rhino. Put a nice bulldozer blade on there with green stuffed it all up with a combi flamer in there. Some skulls, dirty bitles and all that on the side. Oh, Papa Nurgle would be proud. So overall, not a bad army. I do have a lot of stuff I need to paint up, such as more Plague Marines, etc. But apart from that, the Warband of Pestilence, as I normally run the Malignant Plaguecaster or the Pestilent Plaguecaster. So the Warband of Pestilence, as I'm now going to call it, as I just made that up on the spot, is probably one of my favourite armies which I've ever played and painted. Normally the army I lead it with the Playcaster of Pestilence, along with the Demon Prince Tichondrius. Don't normally field the Lord of Contagion that much, so he won't be getting fielded that much. Although I do tend to field him a lot more, just because Lord of Contagion is so good for deep striking in between enemy lines. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to like, subscribe, and like the Facebook page. I will put it in the description for a lot more detail on battle reports. There will be battle report videos coming soon on the channel, and I hope to see you there when you watch them. Till next time, see ya.